And hello, welcome back to Beyond the Bridge, Session 4, Episode 4, Week 4, Part 4, the final part, for reals this time. And we join the beleaguered adventurers who have had their shit stolen and are a bit upset about it. So, what are they going to do? Jack, we join you once again in the camp of these fine gentlemen who are totally not just bandits out for cash and glory. They are all sleeping happily, and they're all lying on their bedrolls, the cloaks drawn over them. They've got various stuff strewn around the camp, you know, pots, bit of bone meal, stuff like that. They're into gardening quite heavily. That's why they have the bone meal. So you're on watch. What are you doing?
I'm gonna take all the wood they had set to the side for making sure the fire is kept up all night, and I'm just gonna start putting it piece by piece all into the fire, just so I can make it as big as possible.
Okay.
I
So
see
so
the
what's
fire.
what's the objective here then?
I'm gonna make it as big as possible, so it's more or less an alert to
Okay.
my
So
group to.
so do you like stand up and wave into the distance as you're backlit by this massive fire?
I do this just because everyone else is asleep. I'm not really concerned
No
about them
problem.
seeing me. And then you said that one guy had a big axe. Was it just laying by itself, or is he holding onto it?
Say that again?
F had that big, was it a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
axe?
He's not holding on to it. It's just like under his bedroll, and you can see it sticking out the big hex axe head from underneath it. So he's like lying his head on a pillow, which is resting on it essentially.
Okay, so I'm probably not going to get that out without alerting him. Well, I'm definitely alerting the rest of my companions to come on in because everyone else is asleep,
Okay.
or at least to come on in.
So do the rest of you, come on in.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see it. Trying to
I
be
go grab
quiet.
the others
Uh,
and run back.
Yep.
I'll
So-
try to be quiet, and I'll let Rosemary sort of be a little bit ahead, just a smidge.
Okay. So stealth
I'll
checks
take
from
up
you all.
order.
You said stealth check?
Yep. Just one each.
Yes.
Okay, so you easily managed to walk up to greet Jack in his alter ego of Eo, and you get there, and there's just this bald-headed, bald-eyebrowed man standing amid six sleeping gentlemen with a massive blazing fire behind him, and you can see like people rolling in their beds as though they're a bit warm and uncomfortable and pouring at their blankets in their sleep, like, oh no, I've got a sweat, and they're all just slumbering happily amongst themselves.
All right, I'm going to whisper to him. All right, some of them have weapons. We might be able to get them off of them before they wake up. Do we really want to try and kill them real quick? I mean,
Yes.
I think our only chance is to kill them, kill the ones with our weapons, grab our weapons, and hope like we do it quick enough where everyone else wakes up, and then we shoot them with our actual weapons.
I'd
And
recommend
we're saying this quietly, by the way. We're
Yes.
not like low.
Yeah, we're
I'm
whispering.
aware, don't worry.
Okay.
I'd
They
recommend
suddenly
that.
wake up hearing your plan. No.
I'd recommend our barbarian, grab that axe as best as she can because she's probably going to be the one to use it the best.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go position myself over the bedroll, and my plan is to smother him, and try and keep the kicking to a minimum so nobody hears him. So
Okay,
that's just what
so-
I'm up to.
Are you just going over and doing this immediately?
I'm just
or are you
warning up. That's what I'm
coordinating?
doing. Coordinate your shit at the same time.
All right.
What does one of them have like a sword in their sheath or anything?
Yeah, they all have like swords and sheaths and various
Okay.
things.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to next one of them, and my prepared action is gonna be sleight of hand that, and then stab him with it.
I'm going to do the same with a different person, just so I can get myself armed.
Okay, and
And I'm gonna recommend you aim for their throats to try and keep it quiet as long as possible.
Rosemary?
My quarterstaff, using it two-handed. The quarterstaff I picked up while we were in the forest still. I'm going to use it two-handed to hit one of them in the throat.
Okay, so you're just going to try and crush this guy's larynx. Okay, so
Yes.
I think we'll do this in the order of things that are most likely to succeed to least. So we'll start with Rosemary. Can you make an
the best
attack roll
at.
with a quarterstaff with advantage? So yeah, you slam this down. I believe it's an auto crit because it is
He's
indeed
sleeping.
it's unconscious. You are unconscious. Attack rolls. I swear there's something prone restraint. I can't. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere. Unconscious is a crit. Any attack that hits you is a critical if the attacker is within 5 feet. Yep, cool. So could you roll up another d8 and add it to the total?
Whoops. Sorry, one of my friends is upset because he got a new gun and he can't go shoot it.
We know the feeling.
So,
So-
and could you roll a stealth check, please?
A stealth check. Yeah.
Okay.
So you slam your quarterstaff down, and it cracks the guy's larynx. His neck breaks. Unfortunately, as you do this, it like jiggles his entire body as he like convulses in death, and his sword like rattles noisily in its sheath, and you can hear people waking up. Meanwhile, Jack and Theron, can you both give me sleight of hand checks?
I slide a hand out that shit.
So, Jack and Theron, you both easily managed to draw out these swords, and they're in your hand before anything has even begun. Shriek, can you please give me an athletics test?
Okay, I'm gonna rage first, so I get advantage on. Well, it's supposed to be on strength checks. I don't know if athletics count.
Athletics is
that
strength.
works. So
Okay, great.
do you roar loudly as you begin raging?
No, it's a quiet burning rage.
Is it just a burning rage behind your eyes?
Yeah, so she's going in to get him like around the throat in a headlock where her elbow cuts off his nose and mouth at the same time. And actually, if she knows it well enough, she wants to like get it so that it actually cuts off the blood on either side of his neck to his brain. So he should run out of blood to his brain in a matter of seconds if she hits it right.
Okay. So,
Should work.
what is your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is +2.
Okay, with rage, so it'll be 1 times 3 plus 4, right?
So
Wait,
she
strength
samples
modifier
it.
is +3, right?
My strength
+2.
modifier is +2.
I need to get a better memory. Okay. And this is Falcom, yeah?
I don't know whoever has the axe.
The one with the axe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you like rest this man's head in your arms, he like opens his mouth. Nothing escapes. There's like this wordless gasp, and he's just like begins thrashing around. You can tell he's not dead, but you can hear the tension. His face is beginning to go blue. His eyes are getting like that poppy thing you get when your brains when your eyes begin to pop. Okay, so there is now a surprise round. So, Shriek, could you please make another opposed athletics check?
Okay. Athletics. It should still be with advantage because I'm raging and I'm attacking him. Okay, sweet. Thank you.
That's good. Yeah. So you just continue choking him, and his eyes like loll up into the back of his head, and he gasps his final breath. He is very much dead. Though he took a while to finish, he has not made a sound. Jack, you are holding a sword, and the guy that you've drawn it from is beginning to wake up. You can tell that he's not been woken by your drawing of the sword, but rather the thrashing of Rosemary's prey.
All right. Well, since he's down, I'm gonna take a slash with the sword at his throat.
Okay, so
Just-
make an attack roll with advantage because he's prone. Dun-dun-dun-dun. What we got there?
I hit him.
Poor fellow. So, like, you draw his sword and cut a gash across him. It doesn't quite hit his throat, it hits his clavicle, his upper shoulder, and blood just spurts out and he cries sharply in alarm. Theron, could you please do your action? You've drawn the sword. Your quarry is lying there, helpless, just kind of like coming out of the sleep, and looks up and sees you holding his sword glinting in the moonlight. What do you do?
Frick.
Attack.
Is he hostile to me?
Yes!
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, yeah, if he gets up, he's
let me
going to
ask
try
you a
and kill you.
question. If you woke up and there was a guy standing over you with a sword while his buddies are yes, he's hostile!
Fine. He was just waking up, so I'm going to, as my action, that's so I don't want to die. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery at him and mock him for being snuck on by me.
As a point, I don't want to overly inform you, but this is a surprise round, so he won't get an action till the next round.
Okay, then I'm just going to stab him.
Okay, yeah.
Go for it. Roll up an attack. You have advantage
Frick, what's...
because he's prone.
Okay, I didn't put in a short sword, so just...
God, I love proficiency.
That didn't work.
Okay, so 17 plus 2. Yeah, you hit him. Roll damage.
Okay.
D6 plus strength.
Or dexterity.
That would be dexterity is +2.
Cool. So you cut a light cut across him and he cries out in a bit of pain, you know, mildly inconvenienced. And Rosemary, your quarry is dead. His throat crushed by your strike. What do you do?
I
That was a
move on to the
4-on-4.
next one.
You move on to the next one?
Of course. What else would I do?
Okay.
Attack!
So you slam the quarterstaff, this branch of a great tree that you have been carrying with you for all of a couple hours, and it slams into the dirt as this man rolls out of his cloak and stands up. Okay, so now we're going to hop over to somewhere where you can roll initiatives. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. If you could all be so kind as to roll initiatives in a second when you have a character to click on. Boop-a-doo. God, let me drag you! Why won't you let me drag you? There we go. So if you could all just click on your tokens and roll initiatives, that would be great.
Step up to the side. There we go. Oh,
Fucking A. I believe that's it. Roll to 1!
Okay. And because this is the this is a close melee, I'm just going to roll initiatives. These guys, I'm not going to worry necessarily about tokens for them, as I suspect this will be over quite quickly, one way or the other.
it's 4-on-4. 2 of them are injured.
Boof. Okay, let's see what. Yeah, sleep is not doing very well for them.
Going last!
Okay.
Going last!
So, okay. So, looking at my paper, Jack, the one you've just cut heavily, I think he attempts to just kick your legs out from under you. I think that's what's going to be happening. So he'll make just a melee attack against you, I'm thinking.
So... shouldn't my unarmored still be 12?
Prone. Disadvantage on attack rolls. So he doesn't immediately spring up, so he has disadvantage. What's your unarmored? It's 5.
Unarmored is 12.
So he like kicks you in the shin and it hurts a bit, but you don't like fall flat on the ground or something. And he like begins scrabbling, pulls out a dagger and stands. And that's his turn. Shriek, what do you do? The
Uh,
battle axe is just waiting underneath the pellet.
Oh yeah, so she snatches up the battle axe, and if one of the injured ones is within in range, she'd like to go.
They're all within like 30 feet or so. It's a small camp.
Okay, then she'll rush over to the one attacking Theron, I guess, and try and wail on him with her two-handed battle axe attack.
So you slam your axe into this man and he just expires. He's just like "Wah!" as an axe hews open his
And she growls. So mad at these guys. Okay.
So what sound is that you make? Sorry.
She growls. It's just like this savage, bestial. Yeah.
Okay. And Jack, what do you do?
I'm gonna take another slash at the one who just stood up, the one I've been attacking.
So as he stands, you thrust forward. Yeah. Go for it.
Weapons. There we go. Attack! I clicked attack. Okay. Oh, it wasn't with advantage.
Whew. So you like stab him, and
I did minimum damage.
he just like drops to his knees. The dagger clutters to the side, and he goes, "Mercy, please! I didn't mean to."
They
Rosemary,
were-
And the best part about this, I still look like the bee, the bald dude. So I look like a turncoat.
so he goes, "I didn't mean to eat your hunk of cheese. Please, no!" So, Rosemary, what do you do?
I'm gonna move over to the guy who just attacked Jack. Actually, no, the guy that tried to attack me. I'm going to.
The guy
Or that I
tried to attack
missed.
you is dead.
Yeah,
Jack,
I'm
He has a
going
battle axe
to.
in his skull.
I'm gonna attack him with the quarterstaff again.
Oh, he's dead. He has a skull battle axe. Dead.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, she
So,
went to attack the guy that Theron was.
Oh shit, no. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm confusing you with Theron. You're quite right, Rosemary. So you rush over to another guy and strike out with your quarterstaff, and you hear the satisfying sound of crunching bone.
Oh.
And he just begins panicking. And you can tell he's like just gonna bolt for the fort. Which is not close enough that he can make it, I assume. So you hear his cry
I
of
heard
pain.
it was at least 100 feet, 100, 200 feet to
No,
the
the
forest.
fort is 1 hex away.
Oh, the fort. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
I thought you
fort
heard
is
fort.
an hour at your quickest.
Yeah, he's
It's
not gonna make it.
These guys aren't camping at the base of the fort. They're camping near the in quotation marks road. So Jay stands up, the crossbow in his hand, and shoots. Eeny, meeny, miny. He's gonna shoot Rosemary. He stands up and just shoots you with a crossbow. Like, ah! What's your unarmored, by any chance? Rosemary? Armored down?
No, she's got armor because she's wearing hide armor.
Oh!
Yeah, I've got hide, so I've still
you're
got
safe
armor.
then. Armor 13?
Yes.
Yeah, you're fine. Like, a crossbow bolt thunks into your armor, and it just, like, buries itself up to about an inch or so, and you just feel its tip, like, scratching you, but you're fine. And he's like, ah! And he, like, begins backing up and loading another bolt. Theron, what do you do?
I would like to stabby stab. I guess Jay, the
No,
guy that
not
just shot
Jay.
at Rosemary. The guy that just shot at Rosemary.
Oh, no. But Jillian. Poor Jillian. What did he ever do to you? Make an attack. Go for it.
He stole my crossbow.
I mean, it might be in his buddy's crossbow. He might just be borrowing it. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's weird. Yeah.
Rosemary, didn't you have a crossbow?
Yes, I did have a crossbow.
What a coincidence. There's 2 of them who had crossbows, and 2 crossbows that were stolen.
That's 4. 15?
15? Yep. That's a strike. Roll up damage. Poor fellow. What did he ever do to you? I ask once again.
There's a list. I have a list.
Is your list very short? Sounds like it might be.
No, it's extensive.
Okay.
Wow, I think he might be dead.
So you slash at this guy and like blood spills out onto the ground and he's like ah! And he's clutching his arm which is bleeding as he's trying to one-hand a crossbow and run away from you. G. G panics and just like fights his way out of the bedroll and cloak and just begins running away. He is still in combat with someone, isn't he? Who was
I have no
it?
idea who I'm
That one's
attacking.
attacking Jack. That one was killed by 8 damage. It would be Rosemary. So Rosemary, your quarry, throwing defense to the wind, stands up, throws off his bed cloak, his pants fall round his ankles, and he begins tumbling away from you. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
Of course.
Heartless.
As
Heartless.
Loki wills it.
So he just, in a blind panic, begins
Wow.
running away and gets up to 60 feet from you. So he's just like, oh my god! Oh, it was a dream! It was a dream!
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you
Bear
could
in
have
mind
used.
that inspiration has to be used before the roll.
Yeah, we also have 2 bards who might be able to help us out with the
That
end of
is
this.
true.
So
So
We want to kill things first. Things must die.
Jack, your quarry.
it's only
is-
bonus actions.
Wait. Oh,
This is
my
true.
quarry?
Bardic inspiration is a bonus section. But
He's kneeling
Jack,
before
like
me.
your quarry, like kneels before you. Is like, oh no! I've still got some of the cheese. This is an overreaction. Shriek. What do you do?
Okay, so one of them is running away. Is that correct?
Two
One
of them are running
is
away
running
now.
away in a blind panic. One of them is backing up and trying to like load a crossbow with an injured hand, and one of them is kneeling before Jack, going, "Oh, the cheese!"
He's
I'm
mine.
I'm gonna run after the one who's running.
Okay, so
Can
if you make a dash, you can catch up to him.
Oh, but then I can't attack.
But judging by his last turn, he'll probably then just run away from you, and you'll get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'll do that.
Him down. Chase him down.
Okay, so you chase him down. Cool. And Jack, your quarry's like, "No, the cheese!" What do you do?
I'm gonna walk up to him and put the sword to his throat.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Attack.
Forget what you were doing, love.
Oh, I'm doing this with flair.
Somehow I think you have advantage because he's cowering, so that would be prone or paralyzed or restrained or some condition that gives you advantage. So you just slide the sword through his throat and he looks at you with shock on his face and blood spurts out onto the blade and he's like,
But-
cheese!
Before he dies, I want to whisper into his ear. This is why you don't attack random travelers on the road.
Oh, but the cheese was delicious!
Oh,
Oh, that's insulting. Actually, I wanted that cheese.
And are you going to throw out a bardic inspiration?
I will throw out a bardic inspiration to Shrike as she's running.
So
Bless you, sir,
What do you
bless
say,
you.
or what noise do you make? What is this inspiring shout?
Run like the wind!
bullseye.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Actually,
so,
I think my bardic inspiration goes that far. Sure it does. More than sure.
So, Rosemary, what do you do?
Yeah.
You're up
The
in the
guy-
face of this guy who's trying to load his cross. No, you're not. That's
No,
Theron. Never mind. But yeah, you're standing there. What's going on?
the one that's loading his crossbow. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at him.
No, not Sacred Flame.
If he can actually make the save.
So you
Nope.
see him like clutch his crossbow, and then he drops it, and his eyes just burn with this fire from within, and like he opens his mouth to scream, but only light comes out, and he just goes, and then falls backwards. Like he doesn't bend at the waist, he just falls, and then this like wisp of smoke comes out of his mouth.
Oh, beautiful.
And then we're to Jay, who is the man with the crossbow. He is dead. Theron, what's going on, birdie?
I mean, who's left?
There's one guy left, and that's the one that's running away, who's engaged in melee with Shriek.
Right.
Fuck it. Vicious mockery on that guy.
Kill, steal.
Actually, he's within range, so
I'm totally okay with that as long as he's dead.
Okay, roll up a d4 damage. Go for it.
oh,
Oh god. So
Totally not a KS.
so as you watch, not Rosemary, Shriek, the guy you're chasing, like, blood begins pouring out of his ears and nose and flying backwards and hitting you in the face as you're chasing after him. And it's just like splatter, 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 and you can see his hair like standing on end, and he's going, "No! It was a dream! You're not real!" And he turns round, he stops in his tracks and turns round and points at you and goes, "You're not real!" And then he closes his eyes and walks to go past you as though you're not really there. Make an attack of opportunity.
All right.
So you just like swing your axe and it just cleaves him from his chest down to his waist. And he does that bit where he's like, "It was a dream," and then he separates. And it's not like a neat separation from, vertical line. It's like a diagonal slash, and he just like his legs continue walking a couple steps as his like body's sitting on your axe, and then it flops off and his legs fall down.
And I'll say it wasn't a dream. It was a nightmare. And then I will start thoroughly looting their bodies.
Okay.
Yes, we
That's
And the
same here.
entire camp, and any blood rolls that aren't too blood soaked and slashed up to be salvaged.
So,
And if we still have time and it doesn't look like they're coming out of their fort, I'm going to behead them all and drag their heads to the forest
so
to mount them on horses.
I think this is like a good point to end the session. We're coming up to the 4-hour mark. So, aside from looting, pillaging, and desecration, is there anything else going on?
I just look to everyone and say, when I tell this story, I'm going to ignore the first part of it, and it's just going to be the second part. So if you could go with that, that'd be great.
Oh
As-
yes, absolutely.
I will uphold by that as long as you do, because yeah.
Okay, so on the people, you find a battle axe, 2 crossbows, and a short sword that look in very good nick. These are items that you could easily fetch price for back at camp. They're also your equipment. They also have some money upon them. You find in total 40 gold pieces. Some in pouches you recognize, but in different denominations. All of them also have leather armor,
Well, that's better
scimitars,
than nothing.
and
Ooh.
bows. I believe they would be longbows. So there would be 4 longbows and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 scimitars and 4 longbows. The bows and scimitars don't look like in the best of nick. They're good enough that you could use them, but not good enough that you would fetch a good price for them. So if you're thinking resale, it's not gonna work for you. They also all have leather armor. Do any of you have equipment that was taken from you that wasn't gold or swords or armor?
Like a love letter?
Miscellaneous.
Let's see.
My love letter?
Arrows and quivers.
Fine clothes, forgery kit, case of bolts.
Did they
blanks.
really take my clothes?
I had a leatherworking kit, I think.
Okay. Could each of you please roll a d20?
All right, so are we talking about like explorer pack, hunting trap?
Yeah, just the miscellaneous.
All right.
I failed.
Ooh. Please
Okay.
tell me that's something good.
Oh, if
And
you guys
one
have inspiration, can we
No,
say
this
that we
is-
can use it on this?
This is not a saving throw or an ability
Oh,
check.
okay.
This is just a GM wants a d20 to have a
Okay.
look at it. So, Jack, they took your love letter, right?
No.
They
No,
took
that
my
was
love
Theron.
letter.
Okay, Jack, you find all of your gear except for your armor and weapons and gold.
Oh,
The
well,
rest of you,
I don't really care about my armor and weapons.
the rest
Well,
of you,
heck, you can
unfortunately,
leave the short swords off of them too, if nothing else.
scimitars. There are 4 scimitars and 4 longbows, which are pretty poop, but not unusable. There is a battle axe, crossbow, and short sword, which are usable. So there's 1 short sword and 4 scimitars.
Is that not counting the ones we, sleight of handed?
The ones you sleight of handed were in fact scimitars, not short swords, but you didn't ask, and they do the same damage.
Oh, I was just. Oh, the only problem with that is we don't have proficiency with those.
It's too late to care about now.
Well, they're dead, so I mean, I'm not really gonna care. I'll happily dual wield some scimitars. I'm not proficient, but yes, I'll kill some things with them.
Cool. So
Okay, and the rest of us rolled too low to get any of our other gear back, correct?
yeah, it's taken back to the camp. It's not lying around.
Okay, well, I'd like the battle axe, and if you think I might be able to use the longbow or a scimitar, I'll take one of each of those.
I don't see a reason why you can't. I mean, I think
Oh wait, that
barbarians
was a
are
dagger.
useful in everything. Yeah, martial weapons and simple weapons. You can use any weapon.
Yes, there was the dagger too.
Is there?
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
guy who was like quivering at my feet,
yeah,
who I
yep.
just slit his throat. Just
Yeah, I said it. So there is indeed a dagger as well.
Okay, I'm totally claiming one of those. Are the crossbows light crossbows?
The crossbows are the same crossbows that were taken from your character.
Dibs.
Okay, I call one of them because it's mine.
Yeah, same here.
how many like arrows did they have amongst them?
Enough that you don't have to worry. Like 20 or 40, take your pick.
So
I
they
had
the
60 arrows
and-
on me.
Did they have all the crossbow bolts and
20
Arrows?
arrows, bolts. It's miscellaneous. I don't mind. 20 or 40
Okay.
of whatever weapon you've picked up.
I've got a longbow now that I can't use very well.
So that's all the gear you recover. There are also bedrolls and things if you require a bedroll or blanket or anything like that. They're pretty shitty and covered in blood, but better than sleeping on the ground. Well, maybe not, but so
They're probably also soaked in blood.
I did say yes.
Eh,
So I shall tell you your experience. I believe it's next.
Woot.
Sounds
Did
good.
did everybody want to take a scimitar? Because if not, I can take 2.
I want one.
I'll take one. Do you want the short sword or no? Can I have
I
it?
feel like everybody should get at least one. Everybody should get one of the good stuff. So 1 battle axe, 1 crossbow, 1 short sword.
There
So
is
if
only
you-
1 battle axe and 2 crossbows.
Right.
And 1 short
Right, that's what I was trying to say.
It's
sword.
like,
Yeah.
So I wanted battle axe. You guys can work out the other 3.
I've got a crossbow. Theron has a crossbow.
Jack,
Jack
are you
has
okay with the
a-
short sword?
I'm okay with. I've got a longbow now, so I mean, I'm happy with having the short sword and a scimitar, just because I like dual wielding, and if I can't do that, I'll keep a dagger too. I mean, I was gonna keep the dagger anyways. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's my dagger.
I think it's sort of 6 one, half dozen of the other sort of thing. So whichever one. Okay.
I've still got a quarterstaff, so I'm happy.
Yeah, your favorite weapon.
Yes.
It's like
Okay, so are we each taking 1 scimitar?
Sure.
Uh,
Okay, great.
sounds good.
And Jack, go ahead and take the short sword, because at least it's good quality. If you don't want it anymore,
I'm pretty sure it may very well may be one of my short swords because I was carrying 2 of them.
right? Yeah.
I didn't have any special markings on them just because there's a short sword.
Cool. So, moving on to experience. The wonderful experience. Okay. You'll be happy to hear that you have learnt that the small fort is filled with bandits. Or at least fine gentlemen that attack people on the road without provocation. This is worth 100 XP. You've also learnt that the leader of the bandits is one called Carlos, which is worth 200. The actual fight is worth 20. So a grand total of 320 to be divided 4 ways, which is 80 each.
Cool.
Cool. And that is the session.
It's 300 for level 2, right?
It is
Yeah.
300 for level 2.
Oh god. We killed 6 people. Got 20 XP.
You killed 6 people in their sleep. You should have killed the 10 people.
Did we get any kind of experience for getting out of the first fight alive?
I think the experience from that is being alive. Whether that is a positive or a
Okay,
negative,
because
I leave
sometimes
to you.
sometimes some DMs will give you half experience for like resolving something without complete
But that-
carnage.
I think there was complete carnage and you were the losers.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fine gentleman should get XP for defeating 4 PCs, but the game is biased like that.
It was. Oh, I think my mic or thing just blinked
Okay.
out.
You've reached your 4-hour limit for this
That's
group
okay.
video
We're
call.
at the end of the session. So
I didn't realize there was a limit.
I've put up the jellyfish. Is there any closing words you would like to say?
This was a lot of fun.
This was fun. I was just. Wow. Didn't expect to get robbed and then.
Again, we didn't get robbed. We're leaving that part out.
We're
Yes,
going to
we-
get the rest of our stuff back, or rest of your stuff back. I'm good. I have everything but my short bow and my short sword and.
Think of all the XP sitting in that fort.
Think about all the money we could make. I'll take. Oh, out of the 40 gold, I'll take my 2 back. You can split up the rest between yourselves.
That sounds like a
Oh
very
yeah, are we okay to? Can we do 10 each on the gold?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
I made
thanks.
profit.
I am so not quibbling at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. So Shrike wants to. She drug all 6 heads back. She's probably covered in
That's-
gore by this point, and she's shaving down some branches with sharp points, planting them in the ground, and she's mounting their heads on pikes along the edge of the forest. Let's just say it's a tradition from her tribe.
That's entirely fine. Yep. They get spiked up, and you head back to Haven, and that's session. Anything else?
No?
Cool. So, thank you for playing in Beyond the Bridge. I'm slightly sorry for screwing you over for like the
I'm
first
pretty
3
sure the
hours.
bard screwed us over when he was like, I can make friends with people.
Yes, Theron, and that was actually your fault.
Entirely.
I like that you reminded me of that. You're correct. It's not my fault. It's yours. Thanks. I feel better about myself now. And thank you everybody
Are
who's
you
been
s-
watching or will watch this in the future for watching Beyond the Bridge. All 20 of you. And I'll see you all for the next session, I guess. So thank you all for playing, and
Thank
good night.
you.
Or good
Thank
night.
you.
Thanks for demon us.
Okay, farewell.